Today, finally, after back ordering this thing since April of 2021, it's October 4th of 2021, and I've got a new Jeda wireless charging pad for a Tesla Model 3. Here's the previous generation. I think it's called V3. You can have a look here to verify. Micro USB here. But this is about, I think, between 8 and 10 months of use. So it does get a little beat up. So does Nomad. I've had various incarnations of both brands. I'm very much looking forward to trying out Alcantara finish this time around. So let's get going. That same quality box, previous generations here. Let's have a look. I don't think it says V4 anywhere, so I think it's getting a little hard to track what version you got. But there it is, Model 3 and Model Y, wireless phone charger. Nothing else to see in the outside box. Let's get inside. And there we go. I'll go ahead and compare here. Oh boy. No difference, 1.65 amps, so no difference in the specs whatsoever. And I'll go ahead and take a look. Aha. First impression is favorable. Doesn't quite look like Alcantara on a headliner Model SA, but looks awful close to it. Yeah, let's continue with the unboxing and continue to give my impressions. So we've got USB-A, USB-A, and USB-C to micro for all three. Okay, spacer. I actually have the old spacer near me. So let's see if they've changed any of the engineering here. I'll take, that's the unit from the Tesla, right? The spacer goes underneath it. So the original one looks like this. Have they changed the spacer? Not at all. Okay. Yeah, it's the same product, just a new covering that might actually be glued. I don't know. There's a little bit of an inset to it. So if we look very closely here, quite a few differences, including no lip at the bottom. Now that's a big deal. Why? Let's have a look at the space here. This is an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and you can see that we don't really have room for it with a case on. It actually protrudes slightly beyond the end there, and you can see that if I go with a side angle there. So let's try this. And that's an issue. It barely fits in the car. If we look at the Alcantara one, we've now gained some room. The spacer's still going to give us something for it to stop on, and now we've got room at the top. So this thing seems like it might have maybe 1/4 inch more space when I put it in the car. So that's going to be a plus. The feeling, the slipperiness, first impression, pretty darn good there as well. All right. So we're going to want to get the spacer on there. And the way we do that probably has not changed at all. I just need to remember to put it on the right way and slide from one side on over. There we go. And actually I should have vinyl covering in that to match my center console. Looks like I never did that. Anyhow, that's going to be my new bottom lip for the phone. So it's going to look something like this in the car. Okay, I'm in the car and I put the original Jeda V3 in place. And to give you an idea of how tight it is, it actually comes within like 0.5 millimeter of the top. When you're pulling it in and out, you've really got to be kind of exact about it. So let's get the new pad in there and let's see how it goes. Pop this out. Take this one off. Put the new Alcantara finish on. Now I've got my USB only hooked up to my left one, kind of a long story why, but the right one never gets used in this particular car. I'm keeping things simple without any hubs in place, at least for now. So I want to make sure I get the good old micro USB. I do wish that was USB-C at this point, but they still went with micro USB on the back. Getting to be a rather obsolete connector, but it's just for charging, doesn't really matter. Okay, goes rather easily once you have it aligned. Slide that on there. Ah, quite a large area to hold the phone. So I think this is going to go well as my, oh my, a lot of room. I can now get a finger in there, almost. Pretty much, yeah. Way better. All right. It's so much that it's actually blocking the bottom edge of the screen just a little bit. Let's see, recording's still going here. Yep. Blocking you, anyhow, me as the driver. Probably similarly, I'm losing about the bottom centimeter of the phone. But I think that's worth it. It'll certainly help fit bigger phones. And it's charging, so that's good. I'm at 99%, so you're not going to see much going there. But yeah, you see the charging is happening, and that's a good sign. And now, let's go to sideways here. Landscape mode. Hopefully you kind of heard that. Left and right, still charging. Slide it all the way. Simulating the car taking a turn. How about if I'm haphazard about placing it? Oh, there is no play. Okay. There's basically no left and right play in an iPhone 12 or 13 Pro Max, the largest 6.7-inch screen. No charging over here because I didn't hook that up. So this is good. Less likely to crunch the phone. Before, if you didn't have it aligned right and you went to close the lid, you'd feel the phone would be kind of sandwiched in there, which could be bad. And this is looking very good as my initial impression so far. That's about it for this look. Let me bring the camera in here closer. I want to show you that the phone is actually resting now. Not on rubber or anything, just hard plastic. But I'm fine with that. So let's get nice and close. There you go. The phone is resting on plastic. So you don't have any kind of rubber down there, but I don't care. I've got a case on, and even if I have metal, I wouldn't be concerned. Plastic is going to be softer. So I'm pleased that they freed up a whole lot of space by removing that rubber lip at the bottom. Good move, Jeda. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Thank you for visiting tinkertry.com/EVs. Bye for now. Now let's have a close look at the lip there. And there you go. It's actually just hard plastic that your phone's resting on. But there's plenty of room to plop it in. I like it. It's secure, and I'm good to go. So yes, I'm pleased that it's hard to place the phone wrong. Looks like I was up on top of here. And wow, still charging. So the whole MagSafe thing, right? I can feel just a slight bit of magnetic pull. Probably could have demonstrated that better off of the car. And back to horizontal here. It's going to be hard to go wrong with charging. It's also charging just fine, oriented horizontally, whether I slide the phone left or right, given what you have witnessed here. Alright, you did see me just have the possibility of sliding the phone away. So we do have that gap here. And is that going to be a big problem? Probably not. But if I carelessly throw the phone in the cradle, we could end up losing the phone while on the highway or something, and that could be a bit annoying. It doesn't go all the way in though, it's hitting something first. Okay, that ends my look at the Jeda review here. V4, make sure you look for Alcantara, make sure you look at the model year carefully for what Model 3 you have. Mine's a 2018, that's why it doesn't already have Alcantara built in. Thank you so much for watching, and please consider giving this video a thumbs up, or even better, a subscribe. Always appreciated. It helps surface the video for others. And also check out my library of articles at tinkertry.com/EVs. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.